Your Majesties, my kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you so much for all that you do for this community to keep growing. Hope you're well in all your ways, your families are doing well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you who have been supporting us, to all our anonymous supporters, those who do not want to be mentioned. Thank you so much to all our channel members. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you to Mega Root Boy for the super thanks gifted to us. I really do appreciate all your support, for liking our videos, for giving our videos thumbs up, for sharing our videos, and for all the positive things, for the comments you leave, both the positive and the negative. You are appreciated, Your Majesties. Thank you so much. Today we are diving into something that is a bit sensitive, a sensitive topic, and I would say I wouldn't want this video to be too long in case it is long, because you wouldn't want to miss any part of this discussion, Your Majesties, because I'm bringing out something to you that a lot of persons might have been believing something that's not been true all these years. Because when you talk about the Bible, there is this whole, oh, the Bible is the truth, it's a whatever word of the, but it has been interrupted by some people and been used by some selfish people for their own interest, to divide us, to conquer us. It might sound somehow, but it is the truth. So we're going to have a part two. If it's too long, I'm going to divide it so that we have a part one and a part two. So if you watch this one, you have to watch out for the next part. All right. So a lot of African Americans have this whole belief that those who are in the continent, Africans in Africa, are Hamites, so they are all cursed. And whenever you talk, they say, oh, you are Hamites, you are cursed, you are betrayals, you are sellouts, you are this. Every negative thing that you can think about is rubbed on the continent. When you open your mouth to talk, people look at you like someone who is not fit to talk because you are African, you are Hamite, so you're cursed. And oh, we are Shemites, we are African Americans, we're Shemites, we are the better ones, and you get the point. So this has been going on for a long time. A long time, because I've seen heated arguments from people up here. I've seen this whole, yeah, it's nothing can pass through anymore, because that is what they grew up with and that is the belief they are going to hold. But I'm going to shock you. Your Majesties, be prepared to be shocked. When I say, all right, that there are parts of the Bible that are not interpreted correctly, some of you might think it's just, I'm just talking, but it's not just talking. All right. When you translate a particular sentence from about 4, 5, 6 languages, at the process of that translation, a lot of things are left out. This is not a joke. I'm telling you this, Your Majesty, it's the truth. Because we're going to see directly what that very word that was that very word that was summed into being cursed by people for ages past. We're going to see that very word in Hebrew and what that very word say in Hebrew, and then why people have decided to just rely on this whole, okay, they are cursed people, because they give you reason why there should be slave trade, because they are cursed people. They are the ones that the Almighty, the Creator, has cursed. So they should be the ones that do our dirty jobs for us, because they are cursed people. People use this whole part. I don't know which group of people are doing this. The more we, anyway. Now it says that blacks are Canaanites of the line of Ham, cursed of Noah, Nimrod, and Cush. This was the very comment the person made. Then, in reply, this person had to send that Ham, the youngest son of Noah, the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. Now, there is this, of course, they have drawn a line between the Negroes and the blacks right now. All right, they're not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. All right. Now, I would want us to dive, just think deeper into this whole thing. Think deeper. Who was Ham? Who was Ham? You answer in your heart, or you could be leaving comments there. was Shem and who was Japheth? You will say they are the three sons of Noah. Three sons of one person. Alright? One thing led to another, you know the whole story. And Noah had to curse one person. And we are still holding on to that curse till today. When generations and generations have come and gone, we feel that curse is still within us, or is still on the same people that were cursed. And we use this very curse to deal with ourselves. Your Majesties, now let's get to something. I'll be leaving it there for you on the screen. Then there is a video I'm going to leave for you there, maybe in the next segment. Now, there's something I want us to read before we get to the direct word of that word that was translated into curse in the Bible. All right. Okay, before then, let's listen to this. The story's original purpose may have been to justify the biblical subjection of the Canaanites to the Israelites. But in later centuries, the narrative was interpreted by some Christians, Muslims, and Jews as an explanation for black skin, as well as a justification for slavery. Your Majesties, you're understanding, right? Okay. Slavery of the black people. The justification of the slavery of the black people. Similarly, some in the later days saint movement used the curse of Ham to prevent the ordination of black men to priesthood. You see, this whole thing have been diverted into racial differences, all right, and the rest of them. Nevertheless, most Christians, Muslims, and Jews now disagree with such interpretation, because a lot of persons are beginning to know the truth for what it is, and that's why there's a disagreement. Because in the biblical text, the original biblical text, Ham himself was not cursed. Your Majesties, do you get that? We're going to break it down as this video progresses. Ham himself was not cursed. And race or skin color is never mentioned. So this whole ideology, okay, the darker people, they are not referring to the Africans or those of African descent. Oh, the darker people, the melanated people are the cursed ones. And that is why we had to go with our sheep to go and pick them and turn them into slaves so that they can work for us, because they themselves have accepted among themselves that there is a group that are cursed, there is a group that are not cursed. Now I'm taking you to another thing. All right. Oh, the children of Ham. The children of Ham. The third born. Okay, the children of Ham, the third born, were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. These four sons were the progenitors of the peoples who inhabited the African continent. The four sons. All right. Except for Canaan. There are some school of thought that say that Ham was cursed, but the curse itself was seen in the life of Canaan, one of his sons. All right. Why? That wasn't explained, because there's a lot of question marks in most of the things that we see and most of the things that we know. Now, it says that, okay, Canaan himself, who was the ancestors of the people who lived in the land of Canaan. All right? I'm going to read that again. The children of Ham, the third born, were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. These four sons were progenitors of the peoples who inhabited the African continent, except for Canaan, who was the ancestors of the peoples who lived in the land of Canaan, modern day Israel and Lebanon. You got the point. The children of Shem were Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, Aram. In addition to daughters, their names are not mentioned. The first century historians, Flavius Josephus, among many others, recounted the tradition that these five sons were the progenitors of the nations of Elam, Assyria, Chaldea, Lydia, and Syria, respectively. Okay? Now, the reason why this whole cursed race became so pronounced was because there were prominent people who started propagating this Africa is cursed, Africa is Ham, Africa is descendant of Ham, Africa is cursed, and the rest of them. All right? Now, if Canaan was the one who took the curse of Ham, Noah cursed Ham, but Canaan took the curse of Ham. If Canaan was the one, these are not my discoveries. These are not what I'm saying. These are what was documented. These are histories. It's there. You can still check it out yourself. All right. Now, if Canaan was the one that took the curse of Ham, and Canaan himself did not even settle in the heart of the continent of Africa. Now, why do we still throw this whole hate comments amongst ourselves, as even the melanated people, those in Africa will say, oh, in America will say, oh no, we are not connected to those in Africa. Africans are the descendant of Ham. Now, the one who was even cursed wasn't even in the heart of Africa. Now we're talking about the region of Lebanon and the further Israel kingdom. So there's a lot of things here. A lot of things. So a lot of people had different opinions. Opinions that when you listen to them, you ask yourself, but why? Now one of them is that the descendants of Ham through Canaan therefore have red eyes, because Ham looked upon the nakedness of his father. They have misshapen lips, because the unseemly condition of his father. All right? They have twisted curly hair. Can you imagine? It's all the depiction of the African man. All right? They have twisted curly hair because Ham turned and twisted his head round to see the nakedness of his father. And they go about naked because Ham did not cover the nakedness of his father. And that is why they come to you out there and tell you that Africans move around naked. All right, justifying the facts, justifying their own reasons, justifying their wickedness. All right, justifying the reason why they come here to come pick people and go make them slaves. If you're a human, you have one father, like me, except if you're not human. And I hope you understand me, your majesties. And when we talk about those of pure blood, I'm not discriminating here, your majesties. It's the truth. I think I've been bringing evidence here